Sitting on ass, hotter than Marie Sharp. When it bump on me thing, well, after when the fun start, y'all. Me no come for play, me no come for skylark.
You are now watching Soca Vibes Sports Podcast.
The way you grab on me cocky, turn me on. And on your whip, ready to get it done. She got the wine down to the yard farm. So cock it up and put your red by your knee. Never.
What's going on, family? Welcome to episode 4 of Soca Vibes and Sports. I'm your host, Mello, and I'm here with my boy JP to my left, and to my bottom, Jordan, aka Starboy. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?
Taking it one day at a time, man. Saying I'm excited for these topics that we have going on this weekend. And yeah, I'm just really ready to get into it, man. Because we got some questions now. We got some fan questions. We got some questions that we've conjured up on our own. And I'm just ready to see what your opinions may be.
Okay. And before we start, just would like to say we do have a special guest today, and this was just an emergency special guest. It's my one and only, my wifey, Victoria Robinson.
Okay, Vicky.
Yeah.
Going on? What's going on? So
Okay, so I heard you got some topics that y'all need a female
touch,
opinion on. So,
female touch, female opinion on, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So we gonna see. We gonna see. To start, why do we have more baby showers than marriages? What do y'all think?
Cause people like the fuck. That's why. Okay, no, for real. But what do you think?
Well, I feel like ladies first.
Um, it's the culture now. Like, I don't think we prioritize marriage anymore. It's like if we stay in the house together for a long time, like that quote unquote, it's like we're married. Like we stay together, we do everything together. So why we need a piece of paper? So it's like for coaches now, it's like, I mean, we've been together for a long time. We stay in the house together. It's like we're married, so we don't really need the paper. So nobody really push for marriage now. Like, for them, it's like more of a headache. Like to them, they think it's a lot of work come with marriage, a lot of paperwork, a lot of ins and out. They really want to deal with that. So if we're together, me and you know what's up. We know what's rocking. So that's the culture now. I mean, I personally think marriage is good. I'm married. We've been married for 3 years. We've been together for 5. If something happened to him, I have the paperwork to back me up. I
Okay.
gotta take care of me and my son. So I'm pro marriage, but to each his own.
Okay, so my next thought, and we're gonna get to you, Starboy, is why do you feel like people don't want to really be married anymore or have that responsibility? And my next follow up on that is, do you think large baby showers are necessary, or they're just kind of like more for show in that aspect?
Um, Honestly, I feel like if you have the money, if you have it, like, hey, do what you do, like if you have the money to fund a large baby shower, yeah, it's celebrating life. It's celebrating, you bringing in a life. You have your family, your loved ones around coming to celebrate a life we're bringing in. Our baby shower, it was not big, but we spent a nice piece of change, but we didn't go outside our means. I feel like if you have it, spend it. If you don't have it, don't go outside your means. Like your first baby, you want to have a baby shower. Now, your second, third, you don't really have to have one, but baby showers do come in handy. Um, there is some beneficial aspects from a baby shower. Like there's a lot of stuff that you don't have to spend your own money on. Guests will bring gifts and stuff. So it depends. If you have the money to have a baby shower, I would advise have one. But if you don't have it, then it's okay. You don't have to spend your money on a baby shower. You can just spend it on your baby yourself.
Okay. So Starboy, do you feel like there's pros and cons to having a baby shower as well as like marriages, and do you feel like there's more, you know, marriages being had or more baby showers being had?
When you think about it, it's both pros and cons. So with the pros of a baby shower, it's like a celebration, like just like Victoria said, it's bringing in a new life. So you have everybody that's there, your family, your friends, your loved ones, the other person's family, their friends, their loved ones. But with a baby shower, it's kind of different than a marriage because when you're having a baby shower, you got to think about it. Even if you have homeboys and your homeboys doesn't like the girl that you're dating or that you're married to, you're coming together for the baby. You're not coming together for her. It's vice versa. So it's like with a baby shower, there is at the time of a baby shower, and Cam and Victoria can speak better than this to me, but I'm pretty sure during the time of a baby shower, majority of the times their baby is not born yet. So what happens? Everyone's happy. You get what I'm saying? There's no responsibilities yet. There's no okay, the baby is born. You're dealing with a lot of stress. You're not really sleeping. When you're tired, you get agitated, you get angry. So those things are different. The baby's not there yet. But then with the marriage, we're in a generation where everything is fast and quick. So nobody wants to stay in a relationship for a long time. And it's just the way this generation is in terms of like, you take our parents' generation or the generation before that, where people were married, and I'm not agreeing with everything that they did, but when there were situations inside their marriage or relationship, they didn't just get up and leave. They were willing to talk about it or just deal with it. But with our generation, it's just like, okay, so and so is doing this. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Like, it's not even about. It's just playing a get back. Like, if a girl cheats on a guy, the guy's gonna go back and cheat on her. Like, there is no communication, whether when it comes to talking. It's just like, you know, marriages are basically like, I'm not gonna say they're forbidden now, but like nobody wants to get married because of the same thing Victoria said. If they're living together and you're staying in one house together and you're doing the so quote unquote things called what a marriage is, but you're not actually married, then why do you need a title? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you feel like in a sense, titles have gone to the wayside in a sense, and it's more of a logistics thing that we look at it as rather than just enjoying the company of your partner.
Yes, because
Okay.
people just don't want the title anymore. They just feel like, okay, we've been dating 10 years. Okay, we're basically married. We're living together, like we're married, but we just don't have the title. And some people don't see, because like, you got to think about it. It's also the other generation's fault, but it's even some to our detriment. You look at, even some people are married, they still got a ring on their finger, but they still cheating. So it's
Yeah.
like, what is the value in being married if you you committed a vow to somebody and you still like, you not even listening to the value you made. So,
Act like you never left type dot type
exactly.
of. Okay. So what do you like? I think it just all falls on whatever you deem is morally right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in a sense, I feel like that's one of those questions where you can debate till Jesus come.
Mhm.
We gonna add that to our next segment. You know what I'm saying? Is get some more opinions on that topic, because I feel like we all kind of chimed in some great opinions, and I feel like that's subjective. That's a subjective topic.
Mhm.
But yeah, the next one is Drake's legacy tainted after the rap beef?
Ooh.
And we gonna start with you, Starboy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead, Starboy.
I'm about to cut, right? So when you look at Drake's legacy, it's not tainted. People saying that it's tainted, but they're not even paying attention. When you
No,
look at it, if anybody doesn't know, go check who was the most Spotify or who was the most stream artist in Spotify at the end of 2024. Guess what?
of course.
It was Drake.
All right.
After that whole beef and the year ended, Drake was still the most streamed rapper on Spotify. But the world won't tell it because they want, Drake to fall. Now, I'm not saying, with the whole battle, with the whole, him and Kendrick situation and other rappers that were included, when it comes to the beef, people don't see it. And I'm gonna give a hot take. Drake won the rap battle. And when I say Drake, just listen to me. When I say he won the rap battle, this is what I mean. I'm a big battle rap connoisseur. During a battle beef, you cannot lie during a beef and keep going. You automatically lost. Once you give false information that cannot be proved, you lost. You cannot, Kendrick Lamar, before you dropped the song Not Like Us, I don't know if people remember, you dropped a song where you were accusing Drake of having a daughter. This is Drake.
Mhm.
Right.
So if he had a daughter, it would have came out. You put an album cover out, like a art picture of, you know, the family that he supposedly had. Guess what? The daughter was never there. Where's the daughter? We're still waiting. But you took out the album cover, and then you put something else, and the song is still out there. Automatically, the beef is over. You lost. You didn't, like, you said something that, you know, is not true. And you know, when I think about Drake, people take shots at him, and like, I think it's unwarranted. Drake is doing what is called for the love of hip hop. For the love of hip hop. When you're the biggest artist in the world, he doesn't have to collaborate with some artists that are up and coming and new. But what you doing? You do it for the love of the game. This is how you get the rap battle, the rap industry keep going for years and generations to come. That's how you do it. Now, you can't accuse somebody for something. Listen, my biggest thing with the whole beef situation is this: if Drake is if he dates girls that are 18 and up, I can't do anything about that. That's if they consenting to it, then what can you do about it? Now, I didn't hear nobody say anything about Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion. I didn't say anything. He was 70 something, dating a 20 something. Bill Belichick is in his 70s, dating a 24-year-old girl. Nobody said anything. Not one single person. I didn't hear Kendrick come out and say anything about that. Dr. Dre has allegations against him. He has rape allegations against him. I didn't see that's his buddy. I didn't see him say anything about that. But you're accusing a man of being a rapist when he's the biggest artist in the world. So guess what that means? If somebody's the biggest artist in the world, then there's going to be proof, because TMZ is going to make sure to do their job. TMZ better than the news.
Yes.
They're going to find out what they need to find out. And nobody has still found out anything. So I just don't understand this whole beef situation that, you know, you take the Super Bowl, and when you take the Super Bowl situation into just that, you think about it. Why would I let Lil Wayne perform the Super Bowl if I'm Jay-Z when it's going to include Drake? It's going to include Drake in some of the songs because they have great songs together. So I'm just going to put Kendrick instead, so we could just taint Drake's legacy even more by, you know, having one of the biggest sports events in the world where a bunch of viewers come in, and we're going to let Kendrick perform in a city that he's not even from. It doesn't make sense. Like, I get that. Don't get me wrong. Kendrick Lamar is a great rapper, a great listen. I listen to Kendrick Lamar, and I listen to Drake, but I just don't think, like, after the whole situation, like, he's helped some of these guys' career get started. You look at the A$AP Rockies. You look at the Kanye's. Kanye talked about Drake writing for him. Like, you look at different people, and you just, like, you look at Rick Ross, bro. The song that you went diamond on was with Drake. Stay Scheming, like, bro, majority of the songs that you went like diamond on was because of Drake. If you just look at it, everything in total, and I know I'm cooking right now, y'all boys, but if you look at everything in total, Migos did not go mainstream until Drake jumped on the remix of Versace. Yes, they were known they were known inside the hood culture, but they weren't mainstream. They weren't a mainstream rap group. You look at all these other different people that weren't mainstream until Drake jumped on their songs. And I'm just saying, with hip hop, I just, you know, don't understand when Drake dropped 2 songs in a row, when he dropped the Taylor Made This and he dropped Push Ups. Kendrick Lamar didn't respond. It took him 2 weeks to respond. But nobody said anything. Not one single person. And people are using this false narrative of Drake is scared to do a rap battle against Kendrick. No, he's not. He's the only one that actually went with him. Listen, think about this, you guys. Drake made Kendrick Lamar drop an EP. When's the last time Kendrick Lamar dropped 5 or 6 songs in 1 year? In 1 year. In one single year, the man has dropped 5 or 6 songs. Now, I think Drake's approach was wrong because he took the Kendrick aspect and Kendrick took the Drake aspect.
Yeah.
In terms of Kendrick went for the hit song. He created a hit song that will be played as a dancing song that anybody could dance to. That's why the song is popular. Drake took the rapping approach of, you know, doing Kendrick, the double entendres, the triple entendres, those type of things. And it just so happens that, you know, what Drake did to Meek Mill, he did the same thing to Drake.
Right.
Fine. I'm cool with that. But I just don't see how everybody's saying his legacy is tainted after, like, yo, he's still the most streamed artist last year. And he's going to be the most streamed artist again this year.
Okay. So
I'm gonna
If
keep it a
I
buck.
was asked, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, even though I don't really get too much into the hip hop industry like that. But from someone from outside looking in, I just felt like this was more of a PR stunt, in my opinion, just trying to get people, different, listeners to kind of chime in to see whose side, like I said, whose side will they favor on, either Team Kendrick or as a Team Drake. Honestly, I don't, me personally, I don't think that his legacy is tainted whatsoever. I just felt like it helped him. It's going to help him even more, boost up his, popularity, his publicity. Make people listen to his music more, and vouch for him. And that's just how I see it.
No, they
Okay.
tried to use legacy, bro. They did.
So my personal opinion on this, I don't think Drake's legacy is tainted for the simple fact that he's given us so many gems and so many hits over the years that can't be replicated or duplicated. But I will say, as far as like Kendrick speaking on and throwing out allegations like that, that's not ever, the move, you know what I'm saying? Because that's considered defamation of character if it's not true, you know what I'm saying? But I will say in a rap battle, like he said, you're not supposed to, say things that aren't true. But in certain places, I feel like it's wherever it hurts you at the most. That's the whole point of them trying to, push a narrative that's gonna win whatever beat for rap battle. Because Kendrick is looking at it more so from a sports standpoint. Like if you feel you the best, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. If I feel like the best, I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And both artists put together some certain allegations against each other that weren't true. Like the fact that Kendrick's guy Dave Free was sleeping around with Kendrick's wife, that was stated, and then he stated allegations about him, you know what I'm saying, being with underage women. I think what it is who's gonna hit each other the lowest. And I think in this case, I feel like Kendrick actually hit him a little lower because I think Drake is a very like ego driven and motivated, but that doesn't discredit him for being a great artist. You know what I'm saying? I think in a lot of instances, Drake, he's able to switch up his style and switch up his flow. But I do think at times Drake is a culture vulture and kind of like, conforms to different communities, you know what I'm saying? But that's what makes him great. So it's like, yes, even though he's culture vulturing, you know what I'm saying, he's still putting together great hits and boosting up whatever market that might be.
No,
Like
I agree with you. I agree. Go ahead.
I think this beef, I'm looking for like a business aspect for both artists. Well, we know that Kendrick is a lyric genius, like he could write, but with Not Like Us, that was, the dancing, like and we don't get that much we don't get like that type of music from Kendrick. So to see that he can go that way, it's like, okay, just in case he want to throw that out. And then with Drake, he always go that way. But this was a reminder for us, like, oh, Drake could actually write too. Like, don't forget, like when Drake first came out, lyric genius. But then, as time changed, he kind of adopted his style and was more, hit making. But with this rap beef, this had to remind us that, oh, like Drake can, rap. Like he could, them lyrics do be hitting. So
they both got some
I just think it's financial wise for both artists. This was good for their brand, like, So either way, I mean, I feel like it'll turn out good for both of them.
Yeah, you Google both their names, you know what I'm saying? What they say, any publicity is good publicity.
Publicity.
As long as they're talking about you. So to segue from the Drake legacy tainted after rap beef thing, I got another one for y'all. And this for me is what I was paying more attention to while I was watching the Super Bowl during the halftime show. What do we think about Kendrick's performance? Do y'all feel like it's on par? Do y'all feel like he should have brought out some of his older songs? Do y'all feel like he did exactly what he was supposed to do, especially as far as like the subliminals are concerned? Like, how do y'all feel about
it? Speaking from a female point of view, I'm gonna lie. When I looked at it when it first came out, I was like, it was mid, like it wasn't. I'm used to Beyonce, the whole, but I had to watch it again for me to really understand what he was going for. And the hidden messages there, it was like, oh, okay, I understand where he was going. So me being a black woman married to a black man and saying that what he put on, it was like, I respect you for that. But I had to rewatch it again because my brain, I'm used to like lights, camera, like let's do like a performance. But what he did, it was low key like a revolution. Like, okay, I see what you're doing for us. I see the message you're giving, you know. So I respect him for that. But I had to rewatch. I'm not gonna, I had to rewatch it again to understand. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I understand when it first came on. Like, no, I didn't. I was like, this is mid. Like, I don't understand. But me watching it again and understanding and finding out the role that Samuel L. Jackson, played,
Yeah.
his history of Black culture. I didn't know none of that. I had to dig deep, and
Right.
now I respect him. I respect his performance. He did it in a way where like he's standing up for something, but this they wouldn't understand. Well, if you can see, they wouldn't understand, but we understand what he was doing.
Okay.
So, I get it.
Understood. So what about you, Cam?
For me, I saw it more of an educational than a entertainment purposes from his performance. I
Okay.
don't think there was anything bad about it. Just felt like, I guess what majority of the audience would like to see was probably entertainment, and the fact that it was, for educational purposes. I don't think like much people was in tune until like after the Super Bowl, and
Understood.
then next, it was creative. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was pretty creative. When he used Samuel L. Jackson, as how's it
Uncle
Uncle
Sam.
Sam. Yeah, Uncle Sam. I was like, what are you telling us? You get what I mean? So from there, like it just made me more intrigued to learn, okay, what's the message behind, what you're trying to tell the people out there.
Right. Okay. So Starboy.
What I think about Kendrick's performance, it was amazing, man. It's simple. It's like he's smart because what do America love? You love subliminals, like the drama. You're gonna love it. So when you feed into the drama, you're gonna love that part. And when you think about it, the way he did his performance, great artwork, everything was amazing. The dancers, everything from the show, all that, well calculated, amazing. So he didn't have a bad performance. I just think so because we've been most accustomed to like when you go down the line of the Super Bowl performance, you've been most to like them being actual performers, like actual entertainer. Kendrick Lamar is a rapper. He's not really gonna dance and do all that flip across the stage. Like you just look at the last lineup, you look at last year, Rihanna. Like you think about it, like it's been mostly entertainers. So like that's what I think that everybody was upset about, that it wasn't as entertaining as they wanted it to be.
So I do have a toss up. That's a toss up. Let's just say if Kendrick wasn't performing and they decided to go with Lil Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
do you still feel like they still would have got the numbers that they're looking for, or has it the numbers would have probably plummeted?
It would have went up way more.
I don't know if it would have went up way more, but I think they would still got the numbers because that's still another legend that we're talking about. I think when it comes to the Kendrick performance, I think I enjoyed it for what it was, but I wanted to see more old songs performed, even though I know he's trying to push out more of his newer work.
Yeah.
But like I say, like that song, like Mustard, I think we could that's a hype song for sure. But I think I would have loved to see some more like Poetic Justice or
That's right. Swimming
like
pool.
Poetic Justice.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was
Poetic
Yeah.
Justice feature.
It's just-
you know what I'm saying? He would have set the roof off on fire if he would have dropped that one. You know what I'm saying? But I think he was more narrative driven in this performance. So
Mhm.
who knows, if he goes on tour, he might, be performing some of his old stuff as well as new stuff. But I definitely am a proprietor of like, him mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? Him having like, a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I like a performance that kind of gives like that gumbo feel. Like Victoria said, when you see Beyonce performing, she's gonna throw out a little bit of everything. She might hit you with her new stuff off her country album. She might hit you with some Lemonade stuff.
Right.
You go to the left. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of everything. But to transition, the Super Bowl. This this was the Super Bowl to remember, and the reason why it was a Super Bowl to remember is because we didn't expect the route like we got. You know what I'm saying? I think all of us was kind of like in the middle. He was screaming Patrick Mahomes. You know, that's
Listen,
when
the house was divided. Okay, it was divided. I am an Eagles fan. And he was screaming
when did
Patrick.
hold on. So Victoria, when did you become an Eagles fan? Was it up until the Super Bowl, or was it like a duration of the year, or was it
I've
just like
been an Eagles fan. I want to say probably like 3 years now. I'm new. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm new to being an Eagles fan.
you knew to say
But
okay?
my reasons for being an Eagles fan is personality reasons. Like I love their team. I love what they stand for. I love their personality on the team. I watched the Eagles documentary like 3 years ago, and I fell in love with Eagles. And that's why I like the Eagles. It's not, how many yards they got and how he throws. It's not that.
Okay,
I like
so let me
other
ask you this. Did you fall in love with Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley, or was it like I fell in love with the team?
I fell in love with the team. I like Jalen Hurts. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good quarterback. Me and Cam was just having a discussion yesterday when he was like, "Oh, Jalen Hurts not a good quarterback, or he can't lead his team." And for me, yeah. Oh, it was good. Listen, the house was divided. It was some things were said. Yeah. He was saying a lot of stuff.
Melo, I know that ain't coming from your mouth, man.
What?
I thought you was done with the antics. I thought you was done.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. I'm always give credit when due. I'm always hold myself accountable when I'm wrong or right. Right? Cool. Heading into the game last week, gentlemen, yeah, I remember I say, hey, Saquon when I rush over 100 yards, Jalen Hurts going to have to prove to me. I said me in particular, going to have to prove to me that he could lead his team into victory. And shit, I was wrong. He pretty much Jalen Hurts probably heard the voice in his head, was like, oh yeah, that's how you feel. I'm gonna prove you wrong. In terms of the actual performance, he did what he had to do, right? Despite that one interception he had, everything else was pretty much flawless. He ran the ball when he had to. He threw dimes to his guys. I just felt like, we just gotta give credit to his defense. I felt like the defense kind of made the game easier for him. And also too, the fact that the Chiefs didn't change their scheme whatsoever. How like they had 8 in the box to pretty much stop Saquon. It pretty much was man to man the whole night. And I guess when they got the looks that they needed, Jalen Hurts, placed the ball where he had to place the ball at. That's pretty much it. But me personally, I just feel like if you take away those things, take away that defense, take away Saquon, take away, Brown or like Smith, I just think he's average.
Okay, so look, this is what you said. You said if you take away this, if you take away that. Right. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, right? So it's like,
you said if you take away. It was a team effort. You feel me? Like he has a good team around him. It was a team effort. Like
talk to
I
your
don't
man.
know what you want him to be, like a quarterback that could carry it all on his back. Like, no, he's not that quarterback to carry all on his back. But at the same time, you get burned out from that. Okay, look at what's his dang on name? Mahomes. He looked burned out. What it is? Tom Brady. He was definitely, but he was getting burned out because he carried on his back. Jalen, it was a team effort, and the team he did what the team needed. Okay, like
yeah,
I don't know what
he wanted Superman. He wants Superman, but no, we gonna ask Starboy. What you think about? Hold on, but before I let you go, Starboy, remember when Melo talking about I only believe in 3 things: Texans and motherfucking Patrick Mahomes.
Look burned out on that field.
Remember that.
Now, I say all that to say, like Victoria say, well, you need to start listening to your wife, man? Because what the hell?
Bro.
What the hell? Then you get in the group chat and you say, "Yeah, man, gotta give credit to where credit is due." You might have heard
Listen,
me.
he got a lot of shit talking that night. Okay, I was in his ear. I was in
Listen,
his ear.
when the Jets play the Dolphins, I'm in that ear. Go ahead, Starboy.
Hey, listen, man. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. They did their thing. I'm gonna give it this. Jalen Hurts top 5, man. Stop playing. Top 5.
You the one who predicted this. You called it.
Yeah, he's top 5, man. Because okay, so when you look at it, what Melo's not understanding is this, right? Tom Brady, Mahomes, even the greatest of quarterbacks. There's some games where you have to be a game manager, and there's some games where you have to be a game changer.
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts throughout the whole season, majority was a game manager. The last 2 games where he had to prove even though Saquon had a great game against the Commanders,
Right.
Jalen Hurts had a great game also. The 2 most important games of the season, the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts showed up and showed out. Even if the defense, guess what, Melo? Yeah, the defense did get a pick 6. They did get another pick, and they did, force a fumble. But guess what? If they don't go down there and score, it does nothing.
Yeah.
If they don't go down and score, it does nothing. Every time they got up, like took the ball away, they scored. It was a touchdown or a field goal. Guess what? Jalen Hurts did his job. He did look, think about this, right?
Mhm.
If we all would have said last week that you predicted, Melo, that Saquon Barkley wouldn't have over 100 yards. You predicted. But think about it. Imagine if we said that Jalen Hurts was going to be the leading rusher for Philadelphia. Oh, we would have said the Chiefs win that game all day, every day.
We would have thought somebody was smoking crack.
Yeah.
Like we would have thought that was crazy. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So for Saquon to have an okay game, he really didn't go off like that. And Jalen Hurts just, hey, you're going to play this type of coverage? Okay. I'm going to just take what you give me. And the Chiefs didn't adjust to anything. When you look at when the Chiefs started the game, Patrick Mahomes was getting the ball out quick.
Mm-hmm.
But he stopped doing that. Started holding the ball more. And that front 4, listen, when you don't have to sacrifice that back end and just let that front 4 hunt, listen.
Man, look like a pack of wolves out there, bro.
Had them boys locked up all night.
That's what I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what was impressive for me. Like their front 4, they didn't do no stunts, no twists. They just legit filled their gap and they just got to Patrick Mahomes. That's why I was like, how? I've never seen this shit. I've never seen like I see Mahomes get beat up a couple times. Yeah, cool. But I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna bounce back from this. I'm like, bro, the whole night that Chief O-line was just terrible, bro.
Under duress.
Joe Tooney, he was out of position. Hey, I'm not gonna fault the guy. The guy, he's not a tackle. Okay, he's not a tackle. Jawan Taylor, you gotta go, bud. You gotta go wherever you came from. Jesus Christ, you killed my boy. And just
to segue.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them topics where this is something I struggle with on a daily. Okay.
All right.
I'm sure a lot of our Soko family can attest to this. But why is it so damn expensive to eat healthy, man? Like, have y'all noticed y'all go to like a Whole Foods spot or wherever y'all local spot is? I see a little bottle of juice about this big.
Organic.
That's the word they use. Organic. What the hell does organic really mean if you think about it?
So I said, Star Wars, since you work out, since you've been consistent when it comes to working out, so I'm assuming that you're eating well as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, yeah.
When you grocery shop, is it expensive for you when it's time to get the meal that you eat?
What are you saying expensive? Like, what is the price range? What are we going?
Okay, hold on. I think I could answer this question a little bit better. Anything that puts you in a bind as far as like you can only prepare one meal and not even like you can't even like like transition that meal. Like let's say if you make rice and chicken, right? You can make rice, chicken, and sauce the next day, or you can make a rice and chicken burrito the next day. I feel like healthy food is just like you get what you get with that one meal, and that's what it is. You know what I'm
So this is how I do it, right? I meal prep. So what I do is I go out the first week and buy stuff for 2 weeks.
saying?
So I don't have to go back the next week. Like the only thing I probably would have to go back like in the middle, like the following week is like fruits, and that's it. But see, it's so expensive to eat healthy because guess what? Health is wealth. If everybody's healthy, what is the hospital gonna do?
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. Like,
Yeah.
this
Somebody
is set up for to make the government rich. Like it's if you eat healthy, I get money because it's cost to eat healthy. And if you eat bad, I still get money because now you're putting poison in your body. You got to go to the hospital. I'm going to sell you all these medications. I'm going to sell you this medication to fix something. But then if I sell you this medication, then it's something else going to happen. So I got to sell you another medication.
side effects. They got
So
all the
either way, I'm going to milk you for what you got. I'm going to milk you. America, we get milk like we're a cash cow for the government.
what?
So that's why it's health. And then on top of that, sometimes eating healthy, we're not really eating healthy. We just have the label on it saying we're eating healthy, but it don't really be healthy. Like everybody say America is the home of the free. We're not really free. We're just cash cows for the government. You ever notice like when you go to other countries for a long time or you lose weight over there because their food is more healthier. The stuff we eat here is banned in certain places.
Yeah. Like
There's just a lot.
red dye. When you all them red dyes, I forgot the correct term.
It's red dye 40 or red dye something.
Something, and then they got all this other stuff, like in hot chips and Skittles. And
So
I try to stay away from that. And then plus all that stuff puts you in the bathroom and puts you in the hurt locker for real.
Bro, listen, but just look at it. Where are the most healthy foods? Where are the most healthy food stores and places? In good ass neighborhoods.
Oh man, I see where this is going.
I mean, I think that's why I do eventually when I get a house, I want to start my own garden. Because I think if I grow my own product, that's more healthier and cheaper for me. But it's work in progress. But I think that's the best way to go for now. Because the more I watch the economy and the more I watch the government, I mean, you're just getting grease with no Vaseline.
Hello.
That's crazy. No Diddy. That's crazy.
You ever see the show They Clone Tyrone?
Oh, I didn't even see that, but
when you get a chance, Vicky, go ahead and watch They Clone Tyrone. That gives you a different perspective on how they doing us, and it's on a lesser scale. But if you think about it, they're just more so saying that the chicken got the black community in the chokehold, and they're using chicken to supplement like behavior and things of that sort, and people are going missing, and they're using African Americans for like science experiments. So just kind of check that out, and they'll kind of give you like a different perspective of things. But to segue again, because we are trying to knock these topics out. Because that one actually I want to carry that topic to episode 5. You know what I'm saying? No spoilers, but I'd love to carry this conversation on. So the next one is should we look at our parents like people or parents?
I volunteer.
Go ahead.
I'm about to be 28 soon, and to answer this question directly, I just think we low-key gotta look at our parents as people. Don't really look at them as the title, as mom, dad. I just feel like at the end of the day, they're human. They have flaws. They have flaws just like us. And I'm not saying to go out there and treat them any differently, but I just feel like we should consider wrong is wrong, right is right from them. You get what I mean? And I felt like whatever that they do, we should never like brush it under the rug. We should be like, yo, what you did is wrong, and I will not condone this type of behavior moving forward. And it took me a long time to realize that, especially going through my own turmoil when I started dating my wife. And I used to think that I used to follow the Bible, the biblical way. They say honor your parents, honor your parents. Yeah, honor your mother, thy father. Cool, right? And for years, I just felt like I was manipulated. I felt like I was manipulated. I felt like I was not really guided how I was supposed to. Then, going to therapy really unlocks like so many features that I'm telling you guys. It's like it opens a new dimension. It's like holy shit. Like, yo, all this time I was looking at them as mom and dad, when in reality, I'm supposed to look at them as, by the government name. Like, yo, this is who you are.
Yeah.
And I just felt like you should look at them just as people, but don't be disrespectful about it.
Right. I used to take everything very personal. Like I used to look at my parents and I put them on a certain pedestal, you know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like they couldn't do anything wrong in a sense. So I didn't see them as mom and dad. I saw them as the people that I get everything from as far as information is concerned, and how I chose to model my life was mainly like based off of what I was seeing and how, like, just how they interact with others. You know what I'm saying? I learned all my characteristic trait from them. So I think I just put too much stock in my two parents. And like you said, you have to just look at them for their name, you know what I'm saying, rather than like them being like the purpose that you're here,
Right.
like the reason that you're here, you know what I'm saying? And I think for a while it took me to have to find my own purpose and what does Javon like to do? What is Javon interested in? Not what are my two parents interested in? So maybe I should be, interested in that. Or like, how do I like for the longest time, like my communication skills was somewhat lacking because I modeled myself after them. So I'm like, if like I don't know how they would respond in this moment. So maybe I should just kind of distance myself from having that conversation or certain conversations I would veer from because I felt like I was still trying to learn how to be my own person. Then something hit me out of nowhere where I was just like, yo, like speaking on the last week's topic, like what celebrity do you model yourself after, right? And I just kind of threw my personal interest out there and like who I like, as a human being. But from that, I had to eventually find myself and find what I like, what I don't like. It's okay to like have an opposite opinion or perspective from your parents,
Oh yeah.
even they kind of model you up to be a certain way, So what about you, Starboy?
I think you gotta look at them as both as people and as parents. And the reason why I say that is because, like, okay, when you're a child, you only know, especially coming from a Caribbean household, you only know one way of teaching. So growing up, you can't, even if you look at them, you can't look at them as people because you're not yet old enough to even say something back to them.
Yeah.
Like I know for a long time, talking back will end up with
Best
because
souffle.
that
Gotcha.
was impossible.
You ever grabbed a belt?
Listen, stop. Listen, right there. Listen, I'm telling you because there are certain things that you like. When we think about it, like as being an adult, we see it differently now. But when you're a child, like you'll be like, sometimes you'll be like, yo, I didn't deserve that. Like I didn't deserve to get a beating, right? Or I don't know why this happened, or why was I treated this way that day. But when you look at it, your parents are just going based upon what they knew. You can't blame them for how they were raised. If your parents were raised into getting beatings a lot, then that's probably what's going to happen when you were a child. It's not like something that you can change now. Society's different, so you don't have to always beat a kid for something. Even when a kid is wrong, you don't have to always beat them. Beating is always, it's not always the reinforcement. So, but when you just think about it, like, yeah, when you get old enough, I feel like when you get to that old enough age to understand life, then you could look at them as people. because you can see where they went wrong, or you like, for example, if you go out with your parents and you see like they did something wrong as far as in treating somebody wrongly, it's like, yo, you could call them out on that. You don't have to do it in public, but hey, like, I don't think you, or you didn't do this now, like, you get what I'm saying? So I see it like you can't really do that as a kid. Like, I wouldn't advise anybody to look at them as people as while they're young. When you get older, yes, but as a child, no, because it's not gonna go well.
Piggyback on what he was saying, like, Jordan, I respect you because I feel the same way. Like, you need balance. You can have both, you know. Even as a kid, like, you know, me and my mom went to family therapy with my brother, and there's a way where you could say things to your parents without being disrespectful. You could say it in a respectful way, but still get your point across. But yeah, I feel like I'm a mom, so I don't want my son to look at me as Victoria. I want him to still look at me as mom. But me being a parent, I'm gonna give you a little backstory. So I have a brother, older brother, and there's a lot of things that, you know, he blamed my mom for, you know, and he got, you know, some things he needed to work out with my mom. But me being a parent now, being a parent don't come with a manual.
A manual.
You don't when you get a baby, it don't come with, oh, this is how you be a parent. This is that, you know. So now, me being a mom, yes, sometimes my mom made wrong decisions, or sometimes she did things that wasn't cool. My mom had my brother at what, 15. Had my brother at 15. So she's a child becoming a parent, raising a baby. She's going to make mistakes. I was 25 when I had my son, and I still make mistakes. I'm still making mistakes. And so you have to give your parent the benefit of the doubt, especially who raised them. Where did they, how was they raised? And then you look at how their parents was raised. There's a lot of things. So you take what your parents did, what the good things from your parents, and you take the bad from your parents. And you say, okay, I don't want to do this to my child. And I'm not a perfect parent. I know Malachi might grow up and be like, Mom, this is what you did. And I didn't like that, you know. And I have to, okay, son, I'm sorry. You know, but I hope that you take my mistakes and you don't do it with your child.
Grace.
You involve, you know, like, take what your parents gave you, the good and the bad. Now you know that, okay, this happened to me when I was young. I don't like that. So when I have my kid, I won't do that. Our parents is not, they're human, but they're still our parents. You take the good and the bad. You need balance. I can't just look at my mom and be like, oh, that's just Shaquila because she made a mistake and didn't. You got to give grace.
Understood. So to segue into our next topic, how should we balance work and relationships? Now, yeah, I'm gonna let Mello take this one over.
God damn! Wow, you guys will really do that to me, but I appreciate it though. How should we balance work and relationship? Whew. There's this particular saying, you know, do not take on more than you could chew. So meaning, like, because, you know, I'm guilty of this. At one point in time, last year in particular, I was taking on more than what I could chew, and it affected both my work and both my relationship at home. You know, it got to the point where, like, shit, I had high blood pressure. Yeah, not being dead serious with you. Like, that's how bad it was. And it just taught me, hey man, you know, ever since from that health scare that I had back in October of last year, I told myself, nah, I'm gonna create better balance for myself. And it starts with controlling what I could control. And what I ended up doing was I ended up leaving one job. Pretty much I have my full-time job and I have a little remote job that I do when I feel like it. And the thing is, always keep in mind that your partner has feelings and they have wants too. So what I do is I do my best, you know, to create time in terms of, you know, go somewhere where I know for a fact they, you know, she might enjoy herself, you know, go somewhere to eat. Hey, women will never turn away food. You get what I mean? So hey, you know, Always make sure that food, food
All
is
right.
Okay.
and
So you in real, like, to be realistic, you got like a Buddhist relationship. You bring the food to the offering.
yeah, be like,
And then
take
just,
up my heart.
yeah,
It changes everything. That's what I noticed.
First
Hey,
of all,
hey.
okay, yes, I like to eat. I'm not gonna lie, I love a meal, but I do like to do like fun stuff, like something that's adventurous
I'll be
activity.
outside now. I'll be seeing y'all. Y'all be
Yeah.
outside.
Man.
No.
So, what about you, Starboy?
When it comes to work and relationships, like so it has like its benefits and it has like its downfalls. So like let's take someone like myself, right? Up and coming businessman, right? Got so many things doing right now, from training to working 2 jobs plus training plus doing coaching flag football sometimes, plus like there's so much stuff that I got going on right now. But in terms of when it comes to the relationship, I just feel like listen, no matter what you do, if you're in a relationship, you have to remind yourself that it's not just you. So that you have to do certain things that will help that relationship. Like remember, women lead off emotion. We don't. So if you're not seeing your girl for a long time, or if you haven't seen your girl for a couple of days or a week or two, you got to do something small for her so that she knows that, okay, like he still cares about me or he still wants to be with me. Because if you're not, somebody else gonna swoop in.
Yeah.
Yep, somebody else gonna swoop, because it's like at the end of the day, like even though people shouldn't cheat on each other, but since women lead off emotion, a lot of women lead off emotion. If they aren't getting the emotional attachment and the physical attachment from one person that they're in a relationship, they're gonna find it in somebody else. And you just have to think about like, okay, yeah, I'm working to something. This is where I want to get to, but I gotta still put in work at this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little bit of both. Like if you have a time off, like my biggest thing is, and this is my rule, if I can only see you for an hour in that day, I'm still gonna do the hour, rather than not see you at all. So that's how I do it in terms of, because me and my girl don't live together. So it's like, you know, whenever I can see you, I'm gonna make the most time that I can when it comes to seeing you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so compromise.
hmm
Compromise is where you feel like you work best at.
hmm
Oh, okay.
Okay, I feel like Jordan was taking a page out of Victoria book. Okay,
Mhm.
I feel like you listened the last time we talked.
Yeah. Hey, man.
What about you, JP? What do you do to balance work and relationship?
So I feel like, I try to make time for everybody and everything that's important in my life. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I do it the best, but what I will say is a lot of my peers and people that I care about and love, they will say that, boy, you always make sure you call me. I appreciate that. Or you always make sure you check up on me. So, I'm kind of really like into just making sure everybody's straight. You know what I'm saying? I try to tap into all my friends and family and people that I care about. But yeah, to segue, it's Valentine's Day for a woman or
You would give it to me. You would. You would give it to me. High school, Victoria. It was more like, okay, well, my boyfriend gonna get me so I can show it to my friends. Adult Victoria, like, I mean, it's nice to get flowers. But basically, I mean, it's just a day like it's just you prioritize your relationship, your girl. Like you don't have to spend money to make it special. I mean, our Valentine's Day is mostly us watching the show together and cuddling, eating ice cream.
hold on,
Like,
but
mhm.
is Valentine's Day for a woman or a man?
It's a woman. Cause y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care.
Okay, okay. What about you, Starboy?
Woman. For like us men, we just care. Like if we make a cameo during Valentine's Day, it's like cool, bro, we cool. Like, but it's more for a woman, because guess what? All the prices that goes up is because the man's gonna spend money.
Mhm.
And on Valentine's Day, you can't say no to your girl. So whatever she want on Valentine's Day, especially at a restaurant, she's gonna get it. And when you paying a high bill, You know.
Okay, and Cam,
I mean,
hold on, Cam. Before you answer this, make sure you had that hand right here, man. Make sure you had that hand right here, because you know you got to brace yourself now. So I'm gonna ask you this. Blink twice if you need some assistance. Is Valentine's Day for a woman or a man?
a woman for sure.
We
My
had this
boy.
discussion already.
Yeah. Now,
We talk about
now, Hassan, hear me out. What throws me off about Valentine's Day, right? The females in particular, not my wife. You know, my wife, she's out of the equation. But there's this new thing called Galentine's. I never heard of that shit a day.
Now I want to do a Galentine's.
I never heard of that shit a day in my life. Like, yo, all I see women just like, hi, I'm with my Galentine's, I'm with my girlies. Like, yeah. I'm like, wait. When did this shit became a holiday? So
That's all the
can you
single,
please-
that's all the single women out there. They meet up with their homegirls. Even if they're not single though, they still meet up with their homegirls. They partake in a little bit of drinking, and they
have fun.
they
Yes.
a little bit, whatever they might do.
Yeah, okay. Y'all say, okay, y'all ask is is Valentine's for a woman or a man? So now we made our own little holiday, Galentine's. Like, because sometimes y'all don't want to do what we want to do, or y'all don't celebrate how we want to celebrate it. But we know if we celebrate with our girls, we're going to have what we want. So we put on our cute pajamas, we drink, we play games, we eat, and we have fun with our girls. So now, even if our Valentine's don't go exactly as planned with our men, we still had a good Valentine's with our girls.
But
so
don't y'all
we had a thing.
But don't y'all got brunch already? Like, I thought brunch was
Brunch is brunch. I mean, you go to the club, and if you, but brunch is brunch. But Valentine's is you can put the decorations on your pajamas.
Nah, I don't never hear no man say he going to brunch.
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Cam
saying
goes to brunch. Cam goes to brunch.
you.
Cam goes to brunch.
With you.
No,
No.
with
brunch is a everybody thing. It's all inclusive. But what I will say is brunch for the women is like a major thing. Like
a daytime club. That's what brunch is.
Yeah.
Daytime club.
They get loose off the mimosas.
yeah.
Yeah.
But brunch is brunch. It's the difference between brunch and Galentine's. The brunch includes everybody. Galentine's you have with your girls.
Okay. Now
No,
this
men, we don't call it brunch. Like if we going out to eat, we just said we going out to eat. We don't call it brunch. Girls,
Right.
I'm out to brunch with my girls. Oh, we about to mimosas all day. That's
Mimosa.
If y'all go to a club, right, or a restaurant, and the restaurant promotes brunch, even if you say you're going out to eat, it's still brunch because the restaurant call it brunch.
The guys gonna call it brunch, or we were just hanging out with the homies, was eating.
Exactly, but we just gonna say we.
Carmelo, you know you call it brunch. Don't sit here and like you don't call it brunch.
It is like both of y'all have a point because it is. Oh, I see. Make sure
it's brunch. You know you call it brunch.
But yeah, okay. So it is technically brunch, but when like you just hanging out, like let's say if a bunch of the homies decide we gonna hang out, we're not saying brunch. We're mostly like we just going out to eat, whatever. But that is a term for it. But I know brunch is more so a ladies thing where they love to go to brunch. And my thing is brunch. I don't know the correct term because it's like, are you getting lunch or are you getting like breakfast? Like what one?
You could get lunch food or you could get breakfast food, like chicken and waffles. That's breakfast and it's lunch. Brunch. You could get both. You could get eggs and bacon, or some are gonna get a burger. It's both. It's breakfast and lunch.
Brunch. Right. See, this is why we needed a woman's touch because clearly, you know, we got to touch on that end. So now, to segue, do you think honey packs and blue chews affects men's performance? Let me sit up for this one.
JP, man, you go first.
I think.
Okay.
I,
Okay. Let me be
you go on or I say you want me to go?
let me be serious here. Let me be serious. So I think if you don't need it, gentlemen, Soko fam. If you don't need it, don't use it. Okay. Now, what I will say is, you know, every guy in his life is gonna have a moment where it's not functioning for you the way you want it to function for you. Now, what I will say is, hopefully that moment is few far in between. You know what I'm saying? Because you can find yourself, especially being young and just trying stuff. Like, you know, I know a lot of the young guys like the honey packs and you know all this other stuff. You young, bro. You don't need that, my boy. You don't need that. But you know, if you in the 30 and 40 range, I say, you know, at your own risk. Because if we're gonna be honest, like I have tried something before, and I think it was more so because I was dealing with the nympho, and she wanted to take it all night to the sunrise. I ain't have all that for her. Not the sunrise. We're not doing all that. We grown here. You get yours, I get mine.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was on the younger side. Now, this also put me in a space where now I could talk to y'all about it because you know we all family, we Soko fam, you know what I'm saying? But when you feel your chest beating and you wondering, you look down and you still up and it's 4 or 5 in the morning, you feeling like you might need to go to the hospital, that's not for you.
Right.
So Soko fam, take it from me. You don't want that. You don't want that. If it gets up and it works perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? By all means, do your thing. And we need one of them sponsors, man. I see everybody, you know, throwing out these sponsors, man, with the blue chews and all this stuff, man. So yeah, segue. Well, not even a segue. What about y'all, man? How do y'all feel about it?
To each his own. Honey pack and blue chews does have some pros and some cons. I'm leaning more towards the pros, of course. Hey, sometimes, you know, every guy's body is different. And, you know, you have some females, you know, they like Lionel, you know, they like Lionel, what's his name? Lionel Richie, All Night Long, you know the song? All Night Long. Right. You feel me? So it's like shit. You know, for me, I've tried. I have not tried honey packs. I did blue chew once. Blue chew's okay, but I'm more of a I need liquor in my system. I need liquor.
You like a rum guy.
Yeah. I need dark liquor in me, right, babe?
I've seen documentation of you at what was it, Juve or man having a time. Was that the time?
What that when
we was at Juve or someone? Because you know, like I said, guys, they get out and they have a good time. So I'm just curious, was this the night baby boy was conceived? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
A boat night. Yeah, a boat night.
Oh, I seen that documented too. I seen that on your Snapchat. Y'all was on, was y'all South Beach? What was y'all at?
We're somewhere in the water. That's what I was doing.
Water baby. He's a water baby, man. Check him out. Jordan.
Just to get back to the topic at hand, I was gonna say if you plan to use it, just use it at your own risk. Don't be like a fiend for it, because understand there's always side effects to these type of products. Just make sure to do your due diligence and use it when you have to use it. That's all I have to say.
I'm a never again. That was a one and done type of guy. I said, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. God is not calling me home at this time. when it's like everything, the dust settles, right? Mm-hmm. And laying there, and you like asking God to take it away. That's nothing you should be using. If you gotta ask God to take it away, don't use it.
What you, Starboy?
I never took anything, bro. Never.
You don't need to. You
So,
don't.
Okay.
go ahead.
No. Go, Starboy, go.
So look, that's just me personally. I never took any enhancements. But when it comes to that, I mean, it may work for some, it may not work for others. I just think that with both of those, you have a bunch of other different things out there. Is that I feel like if you're in the 20s range, and if you're a teenager, don't take that.
Don't take that.
What you get if you're a minute man, then that's what you is. You can't.
You okay?
Hold on. Say that one more time.
Because I'm just saying, if you are like, okay, if you're in your 18s, if you're a teenager and you're 20s, right, early 20s or even going to late 20s, if you're a minute man, then bro, that's what you are.
Right.
You can't you're trying to change something that's not good. Like everything has side effects.
I don't think when it comes to that, I don't think it's more so on the duration.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more so like to keep you, you know what I'm saying,
rock.
charged. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's a good segue though. That's a great segue.
Wait. I got
And what is a good amount of time to spend on your partner in an intimate setting?
Okay. Piggyback on
we can do that.
Right?
Go ahead.
For me, okay, when Cam don't partaking in liquor or blue chews or enhancements, like it's a couple of minutes. When the use is good, it goes a couple of minutes. And for a female, it takes us a while to get to where we need to get to. Y'all get there faster than we do. And some guys don't know how to pace themselves to where you finna.
Hold on now, Victoria. All I need you to do is make sure you put that on. Keep that on.
No, listen. Me and my husband, we have an open conversation. He knows how I feel about certain things. So, like I said, we have a open communication about sex, especially sex. Because sex. Listen, when me and Cam got together, I told him, listen, if the sex is not good, I don't know if we're gonna work out because sex is important to me. We already had that discussion when we first even start talking. So he knows how I feel about this topic. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you need enhancements or. Well, when you're young, I don't think you should be taking them, but you should be practicing how to.
Yeah.
If you know you about to get ready to erupt, you should be practicing how to de-escalate the eruption because just because you about to, finish, what about her? And it takes us, our bodies, it takes us a while to get there. There's two type of orgasms for females. We have the clitoris orgasm. And we have a vaginal orgasm. It takes us a while to get a vaginal orgasm. So that's where, if you're not going to take something to help you stay up longer, you should be practicing how to make yourself calm down because, so
what I would say.
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes.
20, 30
and don't
minutes.
skip the foreplay.
Okay, y'all heard that, Soko fam. For the gents out there, don't skip the foreplay.
Okay.
And if the foreplay is excellent, you could get it down in about 15 minutes. But the foreplay got to be on point.
Okay.
Different strokes for different folks.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm good at it. So.
That's they formula right there. They done figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And I say for me as a male, I can agree with what she's saying, but what I will say is sometimes I get in my head, right? And I feel like I'm a rock star, you know what I'm saying? I'm a superstar. So with me being a rock star, being a superstar, you know what I'm saying? I gotta come and perform. I gotta get on that stage and act the fool, sell out sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
You want the viewer or the person that you're interacting with to come back.
Yeah, the subscriber. Yes.
Yeah, you want the subscriber to come back. You don't want it to be where like they say, damn, I don't know if I could, spin by JP house no more, because JP ain't really putting the P down like we thought he was, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want the bad publicity in that space right there, because the streets do talk.
Mhm.
You sure do.
So Eve, whether that person was thinking about you or not, the streets is they're gonna let you know.
Mhm.
And I mean, not to say that, like, I feel like everybody in their life is gonna run across something
Mhm.
where they like, whoa, this caught me by surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think guys, we're more visual, so it's like when you visualize and then you
Mhm.
in the moment, I think that can kind of disrupt your plan mentally. So I mean, I feel like for me, I try to not let the moment get too big for me, because like I said, you got to perform.
Playoff game.
Playoff game. You know what I'm saying? Starboy know about the playoff game.
Man.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Yes, sir. So that was a good one. That was a good one. Now, last but not least, you know what I'm saying? Because we still rumbling and carrying on. Song of the week, man. And this I don't really want to know, because I've been listening to music, but I've been listening to more Haitian music. I've been listening to this guy. He's like a Haitian rapper though.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie, he be spazzing.
Straight out of Haiti.
Yeah, straight out of Haiti. Of course, shout out to my guy Kenny Haiti, because he been running the scene over there in France and Haiti, man. Got everybody compiling out here. But yeah, this guy, his name is AOE.
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 AOE. Okay.
AOE. I might have a song, you know what I'm saying, on next episode to kind of give him his shine, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, that boy be snapping.
I agree.
What about you?
For me, I said, it's carnival time. People down here in Trinidad, salute to you guys. But my song of the week is Skinny Fabulous and Nana Blackman, Forever. Go on YouTube, SoundCloud, you name it, bro. That song is a banger right now.
And you said it is what?
Skinny Fabulous featuring Nana Blackman, Forever.
Okay, because what I can do is I can kind of like banner these songs for them to kind of check out.
Okay.
Skinny. And what is this Skinny Black Man and what?
Skinny Fabulous.
Oh, Skinny.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Skinny Fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I would do? I'm gonna just put it in the comments,
Mhm.
so our viewers can go check them guys out.
Most
So what about you, Starboy?
Me, I'm going with Kassav Zook, man. That song right there, different, man. The band. Hey, listen.
Okay.
Talk about that song real quick, just real quick.
Mhm.
I just found out that it's not really a Haitian song.
I know.
They're a group from Guadeloupe, or how say it? Either Guadeloupe or Martinique. But I just found out it's not a Haitian song. All this time,
Yeah,
I'm here thinking, it's a Zoe song. It's part of
that's what I took growing up.
Because those love good music.
They love that music.
Zouk. How does the song go again?
Yeah, there we go, right there.
That's the one.
I'm gonna play it after the show. But yeah, just found out. Right? Yeah, it's not a Haitian song. Fortunately.
Hey, I ain't know, but shoot, I really think we had a lot of good topics for today, and I'm excited for what next week holds. And before we sign off, I'm curious to know what exactly have y'all boys been looking at? Y'all watching the All Stars tonight, or are y'all like tuning into like something else? What's piquing y'all interest as far as sports is concerned?
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I low-key checked out after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I said that
It's Vicky time.
it's wifey time.
Okay.
You know, I had hit wifey with a nice letter before the season started saying that, hey, I am unavailable during football season, but now I have to be a family man. So
Okay. So, we got 3-on-3 basketball and stuff going on with the females, and we had a boxing match last night that I fell asleep on. I was just like, man, you know what happens? I wait for these main events to come on, and before you know it, the main event watching me. I'm the main event point. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all, Soka fam, for tapping in with us and listening. You know what I'm saying? We should have some more things to come. Keep in mind that we will have some guest speakers like Victoria. We'd like to thank you, Victoria, for stopping on by, and gracing us with your presence. It's always good to have different perspective. And would you like to share something, Starboy?
Oh, I was gonna say I just found out. So I didn't know Unrivaled Basketball was in Miami. Shout out to a girl by the name of Armani McFadden. She the one that told me that it was in Miami. So I'm gonna go check out a couple of games in Miami. It's somewhere in Medley, Florida. It's not far.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to come to the games. The seats are not expensive, bro. To sit courtside is very cheap, bro.
Okay, to see some of the greats.
Yeah, see some of the greats, bro. Courtside, bro. Like it's less than for two people. It's less than $150.
Oh,
with parking included, bro.
Hey.
So look, this is what I want to do with y'all guys, because you know what I'm saying, we ain't linked up yet. So eventually, like I want to say, like episode 100, we have to like choose a time where, or even more, we're gonna have to choose like a time where we could all link up and go to like Soko, or like go to a festival or something like that. And I'll bring the big boy camera out there. We do public interviews, you know what I'm saying? We speak to people, you know what I'm saying? Do some groundwork, some boots on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Like my guy Tobin like to say.
Oh yeah.
So I would love to, kind of catch a vibe with y'all guys and see, you know what I'm saying, what it's looking like on the ground. So I don't know if, I think I want to come to Florida as far as the Juve thing, you know what I'm saying?
Name here.
Hey, man. Come out, boys.
I mean, I seen his snap a couple of years ago, and between him and Victoria, they both was catching ass and dancing. And
if you have a significant other, go with rules.
Go with rules.
Our rule is, y'all set your rules for y'all go. You can have fun, set rules before you go. Our rule is, whatever goes in the gate stays in the gate. Nothing follow outside the gate. So don't get no numbers, no social media, none of that. It's just strictly in the gate. Have fun. Stay in the gate, and that's it. And other than that, you can have fun. Just nothing follow you home. Nothing follow you home.
None of them little night crawlers, huh?
No. No.
She does not play that. She does not play that.
But other than that, we can have fun. Listen, you can't. If she throwing ass, catching it. We're having fun. It's a party, but just don't come home with nothing.
Okay, understand. It's a party.
But I'm gonna leave you guys with this, right? Just want to say that it's going to be a work in progress. We will not see the results that we're looking for right away. But I just want to say, as long as we continue to be consistent, continue to engage with our folks, trust me, bro, everything will be A-okay.
Yes, indeed. Well, appreciate the wise words, fellas, and appreciate y'all for a great stream today. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep in contact.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Till
now.
next time.